Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण everyone. So today is 28th of January. It is Sunday and it is Magha Masa or Madhava Masa, Krishna Paksham and Tadiya Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events today. So we shall quickly enter into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Parikshit Maharaj, so he is inquiring and also he is speaking to Sukadeva Goswami. O Sukadeva Goswami, you have come here as a guest, and with your presence, all this place has been sanctified, and we are fortunate to serve all the saintly people and devotees of the Lord. And with your presence, just by remembering your name, all our families and homes, everything will be purified. What to speak? If we see you and touch you and then cleanse your feet and giving the Vyasasana a nice place to sit. Likewise, he is glorifying Sukadeva Goswami. So, in the same way, further, Parikshit is continuing his glorification of Sukadeva Goswami. So, today Parikshit is speaking to Sukadeva Goswami that in your present, O Mahayogi, O Sukadeva Goswami, in your present, all kinds of sinful activities, it doesn't matter whatever invulnerable it is, so they cannot stand in front of you. Everything will be purified. Just like a demon, people cannot stay in front of the Vishnu. Likewise, he is glorifying, just giving comparison, how it can be sanctified. So we are in the first canto, chapter 19, verse number 34. सान्निध्याते महायोगिन् पातकानि महान्त्यपि सद्यो नश्यन्ति वै पुंसां विष्णोरिवासुरेतराः सान्निध्याते महायोगिन्. On account of your presence, O Sukadeva Goswami, Mahayogin, you are a great mystic. Sannidhyatye Mahayogin, Padakani Mahantyapi, and Patakani, all the sinful activities, whatever the great it is, Mahantyapi, even though the great, in spite of the innumerable sinful activities. Sannidhyati Mahayogin, Patakani Mahantyapi, Sadhyo Naschyanti Vai, and they will be immediately Sadhyo Naschyanti Vai, certainly vanquished. Sadhyo Naschyanti Vai, immediately and certainly will be vanquished. Pumsam of a person. Sadhyo Naschyanti Vai Pumsam. Just like a Vishnoriva Suretaraha. Vishnoriva, just like a Vishnu, in the presence of Vishnu, Suretaraha, other than demigods. Other than demigods, all demonic people or atheists. They cannot stay in front of the Vishnu. This is a very good comparison he is giving. Sannidhyati Mahayogin Patakani Mahantyapi Sadhyo Naschyanti Vai Pumsam Vishnoriva Suretaraha. Translation for this verse. Just as the atheist cannot remain in the presence of the personality of Godhead, so also the invulnerable sins of a man are immediately vanquished in your presence. O saint, O great mystic. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are two classes of human beings, namely the atheist and the devotee of the Lord. The devotee of the Lord, because of manifesting godly qualities, is called a demigod, whereas the atheist is called a demon. The demon cannot stand the presence of Vishnu, the personality of Godhead. The demons are always busy in trying to vanquish the personality of Godhead. But factually, as soon as the personality of Godhead appears by either his transcendental name, form, attributes, pastimes, paraphernalia, or variegatedness, the demon is at once vanquished. It is said that a ghost cannot remain as soon as the holy name of the Lord is chanted. The great saints and devotees of the Lord are in the list of his paraphernalia, and thus, as soon as a saintly devotee is present, the ghostly sins are at once vanquished. That is the verdict of all Vedic literatures. One is recommended, therefore, to associate only with saintly devotees so that only demons and ghosts cannot exert their sinister influence. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this one, Prabhupada is very beautiful analogy is giving. So and in the Padma Purana also it says, "Dhau bhusar gholokos" means Daiva Asura Evacha, two kinds of people. Vishnu Bhakta Smrutadhaiva Asura Tad Viparyayaha. Anything which is opposite number to the demigods is or Vishnu Bhaktas is are all demonic people without any concession. And Prabhupada also mentions that a devotee would have all the divine qualities. Sarvaihi tatra samasate suraha. And the demonic people, because of their desires trying to accumulate, harava bhaktasya kuto mahadgunaha. So that is also Prabhupada. How can they will have good qualities when they are just going manoratena dhavati bahihi. So it's a manoratena in their heart, they're always trying to enjoy the outside world. Manoratena dhavati bahihi. So just their exposure to the outside world. So that is about the demonic or atheistic people. They're always trying to enjoy this material world. Okay, and also here Prabhupada is giving about the ghost, and in the ghost cannot stay. This is also we see that when Prabhupada has in the past there was one, I think it is Bhaktivedanta Manar itself. As soon as Prabhupada was present there, so and then chanting the holy names, everything was cleared out. And before that there was few things as I have heard. So this is also we see here it is mentioned. Likewise, Parikshit is saying to Sukadeva Goswami, whatever it is, Patakani Mahanchapi, even the greatest sins cannot stay in front of the saintly people. Sanidhyati Mahayogin Patakani Mahanchapi Sadhonastinti Vaipumsam Vishnoriva Suretaraha. It is all auspicious. Whenever we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra and glorifying Hari, everything is auspicious. Either festivals of Lord Ramachandra, festivals of Krishna, all festivals, it makes the vibrant and positive environment. But we don't see that kind of, everything else is material. We practically experience that one. And some demonic people will come together and do so many things. So that is Vishnu Riva Suretaraha. Such kind of people, a demonic people or atheist cannot stand in front of the Vishnu. Likewise, sins cannot stay in front of the yogis like Sukadeva Goswami. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Sanidhyatya Mahayogin Patakari Mahantyapi Sadhyo Nastyanti Vai Pumsam Vishnu Riva Suretaraha. Okay, so we shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is related to Chidananda, December 15th, 1969, London. Can I request any devotees to read this letter?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, please.
My dear Chidananda, please accept my blessings. I was very much anxious to hear from you since I did not receive any letter for a long time. So your letter dated December 7, 1969 is very encouraging and welcome. Since you have gone to Vancouver, things have improved very nicely. Now we are going to print 50,000 BTGs per month. So try to increase the sales as far as possible. Sankirtana and distributing BTG and our other literatures is the fieldwork of this movement. Temple worship is secondary. People are invited to come to the temple to see the behavior of the devotees, specifically in the matter of purification. There are two kinds of purification methods, external and internal. In our Krishna consciousness movement, deity worship helps to keep us extremely externally purified, and Sankirtana helps to keep us internally purified. So, as far as possible, we shall execute both of these process uh, simultaneously. And by your exemplary character, the general mass of people will be benefited. Our hearts in material condition are filled with old dirty things, and this Krishna consciousness movement is the cleansing process. I am very glad that your feasts are becoming very successful. Yesterday, I received a letter from Hawaii that they are now receiving about 100 guests and they are charging $1 each. So now they have a good income. You may know that Gaura Sundara was possibly sent to Hawaii by now, and now he and his wife are both doing very nice propaganda. Please offer my blessing to Ravindra, who is working so sincerely for Krishna consciousness. Krishna will certainly be pleased upon him, and his wife will be sublime. Just make your center still more established, and when you are prepared to install deities in a nice place, certainly I shall go. I have never seen Vancouver, and from Los Angeles it is not far away. So let us hope for that future day. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your Reverend Bishop Swami Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
The takeaway point is Prabhu. The Sankirtana is purified you outside, and then that the deity worship, that the cleanliness is more important into deity worship, so it's purify you to internal. Um, and so yeah, Prabhupada is wants to increase the BTG's selling, and he was to sell that like around 50,000 copy per month, and then maybe he wants more to try to increase more sales. Um, and that he's very happy about mm, some like the Gora Sundras and what's that? Um, yes, it's that he will Gora Sundra is one can guest to come and like he's getting money, and then because of Prabhupada said it's very good income, so he's charging maybe $1 per each, so you're getting income. And then he was to like the deities in install the deities in Vancouver. So Prabhupada was to go and see the deities in the future if he is installed the deities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees? This Prabhupada is just remembering this in the Bhagavad Gita, keeping externally purified and internally purified. Marine mochanam pumsam jalasnanam dine dine sakrut Gitamrita snanam samsara maranashanam. So here, when Sankirtana moment, it helps us to purify internally. So this is one point that we can take away. And this is temple worship is secondary. This is as long as one comes to that mood, and then wherever he goes, he sees the Lord. Until that point, temple worship is recommended. Okay, and the Prabhupada is appreciating about the exemplary character of Chidananda. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, just in this, I like this point, like material condition of the field with all that thing, and Krishna consciousness is cleansing process. So, yeah, this
Yes. So it is like taking all the rubbish and then cleanse it and then send the cleansed products outside. Yeah, this is Prabhupada was mentioning ISKCON is a factory creating devotees. So that way the world will be, if one person is, one devotee is there, he would sanctify the entire surroundings. So that is the beauty of it. Any other points, dear devotees? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And also, so here is one more point. As long as one devotee is committed to install the deities, and that is from that point onwards, the Lord would, once the deities got installed, it doesn't matter whether it is a small or big temple, but Lord will take care of entire things. Things would keep going on and everyone will be benefited. That's why if we see in India, there are so many thousands of temples, but Vishnu temples are very important. Krishna temples are important. Rama temples are important. That way everyone will be benefited.
Krishna, what like deity worship help to keep us external purified. Sankirtan help to keep internal purified. Can you just give us a little bit explain?
Yes, Mataji. So for deity worship, so this is also Maddarshana Sparsha Puja Stuti Abhivandanaihi. Sat, this is Bhuteshu Madbhavanaya Satvena Asangamena Cha. So when we have got the deities, or especially in the temples, if we wanted to go to the temple, first we take the bath and we cleanse ourselves, and then we go to the temple taking the flower, fruits, and milk and the necessary things, and then we sit there and then offer this to Lord and we offer our prayers. So what is happening? It starts with the cleansing of the bodily external things, and then once we go there, associate with the devotees, and then after the association, we sing the kirtan and everything else. When we are doing kirtan, automatically internal cleansing would be happening. So that way, outside cleaning is there. So every day we take the bath. Otherwise, if you are not going to the temple, what happens? We wake up very late in the morning, Saturday, Sunday. It is already tired. Let me take more nap. And then somewhere or other, we sleep more, and then later on the day I have been working, so let me not take bath, something like a bit lazy. So that is a materialistic way of life. So as soon as the Krishna comes into the picture, then what happens? All things will go automatically. So that is the impetus. Going to the temple, worshipping the temple. It comes as a matter of a duty. So when there is a duty, mandatory duty, we cannot escape it. We have to wake up early morning, we have to take bath and then go. If it is an optional, we will take it easy. So that's why Prabhupada always gives, take the devotional service, do as a matter of duty, not like an optional thing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mati. Hare Krishna. Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter.
Thank you, Prabhuji. You are so like every day, like darshan of Mayapur and Ayodhya. It just so give insight. So pleased. Yeah, in the morning.
Lord Ramchandra, his eyes every day,
Good.
we see in the beginning of the installation is different, now entirely changed.
So nice to see this. Every day it's just like you think it's just more and more attractive or like
Yeah, and the smiles of the Lord Ramchandra, his lips, everything is every day is changing.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yes, I feel that as well. Every day I see, and the eyes especially, they're becoming more lively, and the smile also. So, yeah. I heard, saw a video on YouTube, one of these great saints, he's not from ISKCON, but one of the great saints in Vrindavan, somebody was asking him like, why do we feel that? So then he replied that because the power of the mantras and the bhava. So all these people, thousands of people from so many years, they had this bhava that Lord Ram, he was in a tent, he should come there, he should have a temple of his own, it's his own birthplace. And then the mantras, and of course we know that the power of the Vedic mantras, what can be done with them. So both of them, when they are a combination of mantra and the bhava, then magics can happen. So he was given example like sometimes it's bhava, like we see in the devotees, like Prahlad Maharaj, he didn't say any mantra for Narasimhadev to come, but he appeared because of his bhava, because he wanted to show his father that his Lord is everywhere. And then of course mantra chanting and the yagyas, the Ashwamedha yagya and all, they are so powerful. So here in the Ram Mandir, so much of bhava of the devotees and the mantra chanting of everyday worship. So that has made it like it is coming, like Lord has to come and appear and show his personal form. So that's why, every day we see his eyes are becoming like, even the sculptor Arun Yogiraj, he said it's look completely different from after Alankaram and then Abhishekam. So that's why we feel that like he's coming more closer to us. And thank you, Meena Mataji also and Prabhu, for highlighting that. Yeah, we do. Everybody must be feeling the same thing. Yeah, once like some of the people, they do some AI images and make it like more like blinking eyes and smiling. But even then, as if Lord is making that happen by automatically, He is doing that. So it feels so blissful and so nice inside. That's true.
Yeah, and one day Lord is going to speak.
Absolutely, Prabhu.
Like, I just speak with her something. So great. So nice.
So just what my personal thing is, so Lord, if Sita Mata and Lakshmana Hanuman are there, it would have been more beautiful, even though Bala Sita and Bala Lakshmana and Hanuman, it will be so wonderful. So I desire for that one as well.
Yes, Prabhu, I think on the opposite side, like if you see the video, sometimes this opposite side, it's under construction. So they will be doing that as well later. But but it'll take a while, so they didn't want to delay anymore, and then that's why they have done Lord in the Baal form, like young Yuvraj, like that, and then later that part, I don't know when, but that's they not. I think that will be in the normal form we see as the king, Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman in that form. And there's so many Hanuman pastimes also around, like going on about this deity sculpting and installation. Like Hanumanji, monkey used to come every day and see. In winter when he was sculpting, it was. He in the tent, in the shed he was doing, he had kept the doors closed. So they used to, that monkey used to knock like loudly on the door and let him in so that he can have a darshan, even when it was not ready. So he had been doing it for a long time. And on the second day, I think on 23rd of January, they mentioned a monkey came from one of the south doors, and then he went, had darshan. He didn't touch anything or do anything, and then went away from the eastern door. So yeah, all this will happen, like even more leelas of all, like Ram with his associates. So we're yet to watch and listen, hear more. And this is like every day getting so blissful, knowing Ram, and then like cannot express in words actually.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing those things. Even when I was around 11 years or something like that, in 1992, something like, at the time when we were hearing about Chalo Ayodhya and then for Lord Ramchandra construct temple, even I was a bit more emotional at that particular time. I don't know anything. I was a bit more emotional. Now we see those things, remembering I was like that. So these are, everyone might have felt the same thing after so many years. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so now we shall, if there is anything else, kindly share. Otherwise, we'll move into next part of our program, Ramayana. It is Shloka learning. Okay, so we have been in the first canto, chapter 2, and verse number 28 and 29. I hope, dear devotees, you might have practiced it already. This is Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramakaha, Vasudeva Parayoga, Vasudeva Parakriyaha, Vasudeva Paramjnanam, Vasudeva Parantapaha, Vasudeva Parodharmo, Vasudeva Paragatihi. Everything is for Vasudeva only. So likewise, Suta Goswami established only Vasudeva, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Samahatma Sudarlabha. That is, he establishing all the Vedas and his sacrifices and the yoga process and also the activities and the knowledge, austerities, dharma, ultimate destination is Vasudeva. Okay, further, Suta Goswami is saying that so after the creation, in order to create, the Lord, he has created Sat and Asat both. One is by his internal potency. He created the cause and effect by his internal potency, and he entered into this cosmic manifestation. So likewise, he is saying today. So Sayevedam Sasabjagre Bhagavan Atma Maya Sad Asadrupaya Chaso Gunamaya Aguno Vibhuhu. So Sayevedam Sasabjagre Bhagavan Atma Maya. In the beginning, Savaidam Saeva Idham Sasajagre Bhagavan Atma Maya, by his internal potency. And Sad Asad Rupaya Chasau Rupaya Cha Asau, that particular Lord, Gunamaya Aguno Vibhuhu. Gunamaya Aguno Vibhuhu. Even though Agunaha is not the material quality, it is the divine, and Vibhuhu is the supreme Lord with all his potencies. So likewise, in the beginning of the material creation, that absolute personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, in his transcendental position, created the energies of cause and effect by his own internal potency. Okay, so now can I request dear devotees, kindly take the turns to recite this verse 3 times. We shall go in the alphabetical order today. Can I request Devashish Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Okay. Chayo eva edama shasharaja agro bhagavana atma mayama sat asada rupayo kasau gunamaya vibhaha.
I'll repeat Prabhuji once. Sa yevedam sasajjagre.
Soye ebedam sasajjagre.
Bhagavan Atma Mayaya.
Bhagavan Atma Mayaya.
Sad Asad Rupaya Chasu.
Sat asad rupaya chachu.
Gunamaya Aguno Vidpuhu.
Gunamaya aguna vibhuhu.
Repeat Prabhuji. Sa yevedam
Saya evedam
sasajjagre.
sasajjagre.
Bhagavan
Bhagavan
Atma Mayaya.
Atma Maya.
Sad Asad Rupaya
Sat asad rupaya
Chasu.
chasu.
Gunamaya
Gunamaya
Aguno Vibhuhu.
aguna vibhuhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Okay, it's beautiful. Sayevedam sasajjagre Bhagavan Atma Maya Sad Asad Rupaya Chasu Gunamaya Aguno Vibhuhu. Okay, so can I request other devotee? Gaurangi Mataji, would you like to take a turn? I'll turn on the Devnagari.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Savidam sasarjagre Bhagwan Atma Mayaya Sadasadupaya Chaso Gunamaya Guno Vibhuha. Sa evedam sasarjagre Bhagwatmatma Mayaya Sada Sadudupaya Chaso Gunamaya Guno Vibhuha. Sa evidam sasarjagre Bhagwan Atma Mayaya Sadasadrupaya Chaso Gunamaya Guno Vibhuha. Hare Krishna.
Very excellent. Thank you, Mataji. So in the last 2 letters, it is Vibhuhu. So whenever H comes, it comes as a Ha, as we see the dot as well in the bottom. It is the Visarga. And so it comes whether IH, UH or AH. Whenever it is IH, it is Ihi. And whenever UH, Uhu. And AH, Aha. Like that it comes. Here it is Vibhuhu. So in this particular scenario. Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request Meena Mataji next?
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स एव दशंस जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया असदरूपया चासौ गुणमाया गुणो विभुः स एव दंसर्स जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सदरूपया चासौ गुणमया गुणो विभुः स एव दंसर्स जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सदसद्रूपया चासौ गुणमया गुणो विभुः हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully recited. Can I request Sanchita Mataji next?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sa eva idam sasajjagre Bhagavan Atma Mayaya Sad Asad Rupaya Chasau Guno Maya Guno Vibhuho स एव इदं ससज्जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासौ गुणो मया गुणो विभुः स एव इदं ससज्जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासौ गुणो मया गुणो विभुः हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Very beautifully recited, Mataji. Next, can I request Saranya Mataji?
हरे कृष्ण ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स एवेदं ससर्जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासो गुणामाया गुणो विभुः स एवेदं ससर्जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासो गुणामाया गुणो विभुः स एवेदं ससर्जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासो गुणा माया गुणो विभुः हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful, Mataji. Very fluent. By this time, you might have learned it already. Okay, so can I request Usha Mataji next?
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. स एवेदं ससर्जाग्रे भगवानात्ममायया तदसदरूपया चासौ गुणमया गुणो विभुः स एवेदं ससर्जाग्रे भगवानात्ममायया तदसदरूपया चासौ गुणमया गुणो विभुः स एवेदं ससर्जाग्रे भगवानात्ममायया तदसदरूपया चासौ गुणमया गुणो विभुः
Very beautifully recited, Mataji. Thank you so much. So now can I request devotees just for understanding this one. It is a very few words only in this verse. We'll take Usha Mataji, would you like to go with the first line? To explain the context of this what?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sa evidam sasachagri. Sa that eva and like certainly idam this as sasachagri created agri before. And so
Yes, so in the beginning of the creation, so creation was not there. There is only Pradhana. It is called the Pradhana in the beginning. Certainly, this creation. This first line, it is before the creation. That is Pradhana. All the ingredients. Yatta Trigunam Avyaktam Nityam Sad Asad Atmakam. So Trigunas, the material modes of nature, it is always part of the material nature. Nature in the sense before manifestation. Before the manifestation. Pradhanam Prakritim Prahuhu Avishesham Visheshavat. Vishesham means it is a manifestation. Avishesham means not yet manifested. So that is the unmanifested state. If we take all the ingredients, of course, it is a lump of matter. If we take earth is just lump of matter. From that, so many fruits, vegetables, and grains, so many things comes, and they are different ingredients. That is the manifestation state. Before the manifestation, it is just simply earth, lump of soil. That is the unmanifest. Likewise, the entire cosmic manifestation is a lump of matter. It doesn't have any, but even the lump of matter, it has got three qualities. That is goodness, passion, and ignorance. Yatta trigunam, those trigunam, nityam sad asad atmakam, they're all existing in the cause and effect, both within that lump of matter. That is pradhana. Later on, whenever the Lord is glancing on onto this Mahatattva, then it would manifest. That will call Prakriti. In the manifestation stage, it is called Prakriti. Before the manifestation, it is called Pradhana. Okay, that is the before. It is in the beginning of the creation. Can I request next? Thank you so much, Mataji. So it is just only a context of the creation. Sa evedam sasajagre. Sasajja means the creation, created. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. And Saranya Mataji. Bhagavan Atma Mayaya.
Hare Krishna. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Atma Mayaya, by his personal potency. So, a continuation of the first sentence, like Sa Evedam Sasarchagre. So, in the beginning of creation, certainly, Eva, certainly, all this was created by the Supreme Personality of Godhead by his personal potency. So, from Krishna, everything was created in the beginning of the creation. Certainly, all this was created from Supreme Personality of Godhead by his personal potency, Atma Maya, by his internal potency, personal potency. Everything was created in the beginning. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Is it correct, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. That is correct. So here, this Bhagavan with all his 6 appliances, that's why he's called Bhagavan. And Atma Maya by internal potency, in the sense we cannot see or perceive through the senses how Lord is. So it is mentioned, Dhaivat Chubita Dharminyam Swasya Yono Parahpuman Adatta Viryam Sasota Mahatattvam Hiranmayam, and he has impregnated the material nature. Adatya Viryam Sasota Mahatattvam Hiranmayam. That is Hiranmayam, it is the golden or living entities in the form of the golden peoples kind of thing. Then this nature has manifested. So that is Bhagavan Atma Maya. It is with his internal potency. He is always in association with the Rama Devi. But his whenever he glances on Rama Devi, and her shadow is Durga Devi, that we have seen before in that picture. Let me just one second share that one. you understand this part? So here the Lord is here. So he is glancing on Rama Devi, and that is left shadow is Durga Devi. So that is internal potency and external potency. It is only one personality only. So personality is whenever bringing closer to Krishna, that is internal potency. Making far away from Krishna is external potency, but only one person. Okay, so that is about the Bhagavan Atma Maya. Okay, so next, can I request Sanchita Mataji? Sat and Asat.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah. So Sat Asad Rupaya Cha. So Sat, which is the cause, Asat is the effect, Rupaya by forms, Cha and Aso, the same Lord. So continuing, like in continuation of the three last two sentences on them, that in the beginning of the material creation, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his transcendental position, he is unaffected by the cause and effect of his own internal energy, because he is not affected by the three modes of material nature. So as I mentioned, before the creation it was Pradhan, and after creation it's Prakriti. So he is like all opulent. He is the supreme, so he is not affected by either before cause or the after effect of anything. His position is still the same, and is all spiritual and transcendental. So is that correct, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Sad and Sat is the cause and effect. Sad and Asat we see sometimes so many places. This is Sat and Asat, cause and effect. Okay. And Rupaya is that, and this is by different forms manifestation of this. So like a creation of the 16 Shodashakalam, that is the Jugrihe Purusham Bhagavan Mahad Adibihi Sambhutam Sodashakalam Adu Lokasisrukshaya. For the expansion, he creates 16 elements. So that is all the Rupaya that comes as part of the Rupaya. So by the Lord has created all these things by the same Lord. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Meena Mataji, Gunamaya. What is Gunamaya here?
Gunamaya Vibhuhu. Like Gunamaya, the modes of material nature, and Gunamaya in material nature. A guna is transcendental and Vibhu the absolute. So like here it's like the same God is also like is the mood of material nature. So he's also created of the material nature, and is transcendental, is the material nature. The absolute truth is the same God. The absolute truth is also the modes of material nature too.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. So here Gunamaya is the modes of nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. So if we take any particular person, each person has got particular characteristics and attributes and qualities. They are manifested due to the material body. Either it is in the goodness or passion or ignorance. So when there is a no more material body, it is everything is the spiritual, in the form of spiritual. So whenever we speak of the Lord, he has got no material body. All his qualities are divine. But in this material nature, it is Gunamaya. It is always we see whatever we see with the senses. It contains material qualities, or these are goodness, passion, and ignorance. That is Gunamaya. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request Gauringi Mataji? Agunaha. What is this? The next word is Agunaha.
Agunaha means transcendental. And this is, I think, is devotional. Prabhuji. He's a very, I think, his Nepali word is a Dibya. He is a very transcendental Godhead, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. I see. That's it.
Yes, Mataji, very beautifully and bullet point. It is transcendental. Before it is Gunamaya, that is of the material nature, and Agunaha, it is beyond the material nature, that is transcendental. Let's say Divya. Agunaha. So the Lord is mentioned. Agunaha means sometimes they impersonate, they bring something that the Lord doesn't have legs, doesn't have eyes, doesn't have qualities, anything like this. Lord, no, 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 like that. So that means here that Lord doesn't have material qualities, material body, material nature. So he is transcendental, he is beyond the conception of the intelligence, mind, and everything else. We cannot understand. Sri Krishnamadi न भवेत् ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियैः सेवोन्मुखैः जिह्वादौ स्वयमेव स्फुरत्यदः. So whenever we engage all our body in all our activities as a devotional service to the Lord, Lord only will reveal to that devotee in the heart. We cannot perceive through न भवेत् ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियैः, not understand through the senses. That is agunaha, transcendental. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request next Radha Sevaka Mataji, would you like to go 3 times and then bring to this word Vibhuhu at the end?
सा एवदं ससाजाग्रे भगवान् आत्मा मायया सद् असद्रूपया चासो गुणमाया गुणो विभु सा एवदं ससाजाग्रे भगवान् आत्मा मायया सद् असद्रूपया चासो गुणमाया गुणो विभु सा एवदं ससाजाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासो गुणमाया गुणो विभु.
And also just please read the translation and then coming to this word Mataji.
Yeah. Okay. Right. No one my phone is. In the beginning of the material creation, that absolute personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, in his transcendental position, created the energies of cause and effect by life, by his own internal energy. So,
And the word Vibhuhu.
Vibhu means the absolute. So, absolute is complete. It means everything. So Krishna's internal potency is his internal energy is Krishna is full and complete, and with that energy he creates so everything that comes into existence is because of him using his internal energy which makes him absolute, because everything that is external, internal, everything that is him, everything that is the whole of creation, it is contained within him, but it's also that he's not, he himself is is also has the internal potency. So with himself, the creation happens.
Yes, perfectly. Yes, Mataji. That is Vibhu. He is all powerful personality of Godhead. He is absolute. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. So can I request once again, so dear devotees, take the turns, repeat. Hope you all understand the context. It is a small, tiny purport is there. Usha Mataji or anyone would like, Gaurangi Mataji, would you like to read this purport?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, I will read. The position of the Lord is always transcendental because the causal and effectual uh, energies required for the creation of the material world were also created by him. He is unaffected, therefore, by the qualities of the material modes. His extends from activities and paraphernalia, all excite, excited before the material creation. He is all spiritual and has nothing to do with the qualities of the material world, which are qualitatively distant from the spiritual qualities of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so very beautifully read, and it is straightforward. So Lord has got only spiritual qualities, and He has nothing to do with the material world. Material world is only for the conditioned souls. So in this verse, dear devotees, if you have got any Sanskrit or something like that, you have any questions, kindly raise. Or once again we recite, and then we'll move on to the next part to read Ramayana.
Prabhu, this conditioned, like if the material world is for the conditioned soul, then is the conditioned soul the meaning that it's always like engaging in the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance?
Yes.
And then is that basically that is the definition that there's like puppet strings and we're being pulled by these three modes,
Yes, Mataji, that's right.
and there's nothing else to it? Or
That's all, Mataji. So this entire cosmic, Krishna says, Ekam stena sito jagat, atva bahunaitena kim jnatena tavarjuna. So Krishna says, Ekam stena sito jagat. I create and maintain and destroy with my single expansion, my single uh, expansion, that is with the kind of a Garbhodak Sai Vishnu or Karnodak Sai Vishnu is so many things, just only one expansion of the Lord. So, but here when Prabhupada was mentioning Brahma down to insignificant ant, everyone are trying to do some kind of things. Kalena karma patibodhanena. When their activity is coming into the picture, fructified, and at the time, this golden lotus flower emanates from the Shushan tada bijjata nabhideshat. Shushan tada bijjata nabhideshat. From the navel of the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, it comes whenever these activities are to be performed by these conditioned souls. They have left over wherever they have left in the before. So that is So since beginning from the Brahma down to the insignificant ant, everyone are trying to do something. The insect is trying to fly here and there just to grab this and that. And Brahma is trying to create so many bodies for the conditioned souls, and he is engaged and he is busy. Demigods are busy, everyone are busy, but the Lord doesn't do anything with all these things. So it is for conditioned souls only.
So as we start chanting and we move into spiritual life more, how are we? I mean, yeah, like what is the difference between
The difference, yes, difference is the purification. So conditioning means we wanted to enjoy, that is conditioning. And the same activity is when we offer it as a devotional service. It is not for myself, it is for the Lord. And then all these services are only for the Lord. What happens? The Lord doesn't have got a material body. So in order to serve the same purpose, same activity, in the spiritual world, we need to get a similar kind of spiritual body like the Lord. So at the time, what happens? I cannot stay in this material world anymore. Muchyate kama karma bihi, completely relieved. No more material activity. I must go to the spiritual world to serve same activities in the Vaikuntha Loka or Goloka Vrindavana. So it is a repetition in the spiritual world. That's why we have to practice here. What kind of beautiful things I can serve the Lord very nicely. It is an opportunity.
so then like how do we like just say like if it's through cooking or singing or what have you, like something that we all do as devotees, is that how we will be serving the Lord, or would it be through whatever we're doing materially and that gets like how do we know what service Lord wants?
So that you would know, you would understand through your heart. The Lord reveals, okay, Lord would like this one. And whatever your potencies, you engage your potencies to please the Lord. And as a Sangha, devotees come together, everyone try to understand the Lord's potencies, Lord's desires, and everything from the scriptures and from the devotees. And then, based on their capability, so one Mataji do the austerities very severely for the pleasure of the Lord and thinking of the Lord, singing in her personal own way. That is the relationship developing. All personal relationships to the Lord, it may not be revealed in the Sangha as in between group of the devotees or many people. It is going one-to-one relationship with the Lord. That is how it is established. In the Sangha, we understand what Lord is saying in the scriptures and what Acharyas are saying in the scriptures, and we follow. Tashradhana Munayo Bhakta Shuta Grihitaya. The way we hear from the Acharyas, we execute those things personally from our own end. So I have got a good sound, I can speak very nicely, then I would be speaking about Krishna to many conditioned souls. And what do? Whenever I go to the spiritual world, there also I speak to the souls, similar kind of thing, just singing and glorifying the Lord. So this is the glorification. And then one devotee is very good in singing, one person is good in hearing, one person is serving, cleansing the temple, one person is just making, there are so innumerable things are going on, and it is no one is sitting idle. That we need to understand, no one is sitting idle, everyone have got a one kind of activity.
Is there sleep in the spiritual world?
In the spiritual, so that it will go in the spiritual world. But there are some devotees, Shantarasa, so they're always glorifying and simply sitting and meditating. That is Shantarasa. And also after that, Vashalya Rasa, one is busy in preparing nice prasadam to the Lord. One is in the loving relationships like the gopis. And Sakyarasa, some are playing with the Lord to give pleasure to the Lord through the play, like wrestling and then playing these small games, hide and seek games, like all these kind of things. one can exchange in a way. It is based on the personal mood.
And then,
yeah.
Sorry, Prabhu. And then is in the spiritual world,
Yes.
Do we see the Lord face to face?
Yes. Pumsam gatim mrutayamiha yoga margaihi. Pumsam gatim mrugatayamiha yoga margaihi. Jhanaspadam bahumadam nainaviramam. Pumsnam upudarshayamaanam ananyasiddhaihi. Outpattikaihi samgurunan yutamasta bhogaihi. This is the whenever a person he is. Some people say Lord is in that Pumsam gatim mrugatayamiha yoga margaihi. They wanted to go through the yogas and trying to connect to the Lord, but they have got they didn't have a practical experience. This is the verse. Kumaras, four Kumaras, they speak to the Lord. Many people do that one. Dhyanaspadam bahumatam nainabhiramam. And they wanted to, they see in their meditation, and nainabhiramam, it is so pleasing to the eyes. Paunsnam vapudarshyamanam ananyasiddhaihi. And whenever they see the Lord in his own body, Vapur Darshayamanam Ananisiddhaihi Outpattikaihi Samagurunan Yutamasta Bhogaihi, with all his opulences. That is the fructification of all his meditation and austerities and penances. And what else is there to the left? That is the complete. He has attained the destination. So these Kumaras, they see this. You see and talk to the Lord face to face. Touch the Lord, like Lord is touching the Brahma. Kare Sprishan, Priya Pritamana Kare Sprishan. So that is our relationship. So there everything will take place in this, like we are here in this material world is a reflection. It is a shadow. Buddhamulam Adashakam Ashwadham Prapuravyayam. Chandam Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Saveda. It is simply a reflection, but it is covered by the material nature. This is Yoninam Gunavaishamyat Tadatma Praksositaham Karanam Gunasangasya Sad Asadjoni Janmasu. So these are the few things we understand from the Bhagavad Gita. We are entrapped. Actually, these things are same activities going in a spiritual world, but everything in devotion and service to the Lord, not for the personal gratification.
So,
yes.
Sorry, carry on. No.
That's why it is Kotasto Akshara Uchyate. Akshara. They are in the Kotastha. It is spiritual world. That is Krishna says. Kshara Sarva Bhutani. The living entities, they fall into the material world. They are Kshara. They fall down because of their lording it over the nature. Otherwise, they are with the Lord. When we see Brahma Vaivarta Purana, there are so many pastimes are going in the Goloka Vrindavana. And also, if something is happening, on the will of the Lord only. So, if anyone is coming down from there, it is for the will, through the will of the Lord, and they would stay here to perform some pastimes, and they return back to the Goloka Vrindavana. But when they are living here, follow according to the scriptural injunctions and everything scrutinizingly in connection with Krishna only, not separately from Krishna.
So as like when we pass away, and if we are fortunate enough to go into the spiritual world,
yes,
like, is it that when our soul leaves the body, like like sometimes we hear about like maybe in the perverted way in the material world, like the soul, like when we say, oh, somebody gets possessed, or the soul comes out and then it goes into another body, like in the material reflection. But in the spiritual, is it that the body is already there, and then our soul, it leaves the current body and then it goes into that body in the spiritual world, or does it turn spiritual? So is it a process that the soul?
So here, we are souls. When we say Our soul means the soul belongs to the body. It is not one. We are souls. The body belongs to the body for a temporary basis. It's a different reflection. So that is what actually you wanted to say. So the soul, it is now covered by this Sad and Asat. The Sad, what is this one? Narad Muni says this one to Vyasadeva also. Similar kind of thing. After understanding from the Bhakti Vedantas, he understood that I am covered by the subtle body and material body both. How does Jariyati Yashu Yaposham Nigirnam Manaloyata? It will be subtle body also will be digested when we engaging this devotional service in a intensive way. Just like a we know arani, which is used to blaze the fire for the sacrifices. Arani tool. It has got a. It is made with the wooden. Whenever there is a, it is a wheel kind of thing. In the middle there is another wood. Whenever it is both are moving, due to the friction, the fire comes out from the arani. Both are made from the bamboo woods. So that fire is used for the sacrifices. So Kapil Bhagavan gives this analogy. Whenever we do it more rapidly, and the fire which comes, it will burn even the arni itself because it is made with the wood, and it will turn into the ashes. So whichever is used to create the fire, the same thing will also be completely burnt. In the similar way, whatever the body we are using to execute the devotional service, it will digest the subtle body and material body both, and we get our form, the spiritual form back.
So the soul goes into the fire as well.
The fire is the truth there. Yathagnihi ulmukat. Agni, the smoke, the blazes, and the sparks. These are coming from the fire. Fire is the truth. Agni is the truth. But it is a manifested for time being here. But it is always there. That verse is also coming in the next verse after this.
So we determine the spiritual body that we get, or the spiritual body already exists and we just go back to it. Which is
We have got spiritual body already existed. It is not created by someone. It is eternal. It is covered temporarily by these subtle and material bodies because of our unlawful desires.
okay.
Okay, so that is called whenever such kind of desires are there, all this collection of such kind of souls, if we see so many trillions of souls are like that, it is not only we, only few trillions of souls are like that. They are all collected, which are of the similar nature and bringing into one particular universe, so that whichever the universe is going to start. For example, Garbhodaksa Vishnu and fructifying universe, just like egg. And then, so there Lord Shankara will come into the picture. He will collect all those things with his, Lord Shankara is the expansion of Mahavishnu. And then he would make this impregnate in the material nature, like Durga Mata and Lord Shankara. They are the first father and mother in this material world. So, and then activities go on, clock ticks. And okay, so that is about the nature. So we shall see these things in the universal creation or about the further thing. This is what Lord Shankara. There are so many souls are coming. All these golden eggs. They're the collection of the similar nature of souls. Hiranmayam, and that Hiranmayam, whenever these are infected with the unlawful desires, and then whenever it touches the Mahatattva due to this unlawful, what does Mahatattva does? It will cover these spiritual souls with the 7 layers: earth, water, fire, ether, air, ether, and all these Saptabhiravrutam. mind intelligence, and then because of that ego also enters into it. So that is he too is trapped, and then within that each and individual soul, it will have got again based on the nature. He will get particular body, either dog body, cat body, tree body, or a bird body, aquatics body, like that. And then so this is how it is the process of creation according to the kalena karma paribodhanena. So, and then when first Brahma comes, and then who is most powerful out of all those conditions ones, and then the Lord gives the intelligence to the Brahma, and Brahma then starts creating these all the bodies for all the living entities, and then opportunity for going out of this material creation back into the spiritual world. Okay, so that is about small sad and asad rupaya chasu gunamaya aguno vibhuhu. Okay, so we shall now move on to the very quickly. So dear devotees, kindly take the turns for the verse again in the alphabetical reverse order, and then we will move on to the Ramayana quickly. Usha Mataji. Yes, Mataji, please kindly do 3 times, and then
Asa evidam sasachagre Bhagavan Atmamayaya Sadasada Chasho Gunamaya Gunu Vibhu Sa evidam sasachagre Bhagavan Atmamayaya Sadasada Chasho Gunamaya Gunu Vibhu Sa evidam sasachagre Bhagavan Atmamayaya Sadasada Chasho Gunamaya Gunu Vibhu.
thank you, Mataji. Very beautifully recited. Can I request next Taranya Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna. स एवेदं ससर्जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासो गुणामाया गुणो विभुः स एवेदं ससर्जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासो गुणामाया गुणो विभुः स एवेदं ससर्जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासो Gunamaya Guno Vibhuhu.
Very beautifully recited, Mataji. Thank you. Can I request the next Sanchita Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sa eva idam sasajagre Bhagavan Atma Mayaya Sad Asad Rupaya Chaso Guno Maya Guno Bibhuhu Sa eva idam sasajagre Bhagavan Atma Mayaya Sad Asad Rupaya Chaso Guno Maya Guno Bibhuhu Sa eva idam sasajagre Bhagwan Atma Mayaya Sad Asad Rupaya Chaso Guno Maya Guno Bibhuhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nicely done, Mataji. Thank you. Can I request Meena Mataji next?
Hare Krishna. स एव तं ससजाग्रो भगवान् आत्ममायया आत्ममायया सदसद्रूपया चासो गुणमाया अगुणो विभुः स एव ससजाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सदसद्रूपया चासो गुणमाया अगुणो विभुः स एव ससजाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सदसद्रूपया चासो गुणमाया अगुणो विभुः.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully recited. Can I request Gauriya Mataji next?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sa evidam sasajagre bhagavadma atma mayaya sad sadupaya chaso gunamaya guno vibhuhu sa evidam sasajagre भगवानात्मा मायया सदस्दुपया चासो गुणमाया गुणो विभुः साहिवेदं ससजाग्रे भगवानात्मा मायया सदसदुपाय चासो गुणमाया गुणो विभुः. Hare Krishna.
Very beautifully recited, Mataji. Thank you. Radha Sirka Mataji, would you like to go one more?
सा एवदं सा जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासु गुणमाया गुणो विभुः सा एवदं जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासु गुणमाया गुणो विभुः सा एवदं जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सद् असद्रूपया चासो गुणमाया गुणो विभुः.
Very beautifully recited. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, that is Sayevedam Sahajagre Bhagavan Atma Maya Sad Asudrupaya Chasu Gunamaya Aguno Vibhuhu. Okay, it's a very beautiful verse. Of course, everything is beautiful. So we shall move into the Ramayana. That is Ramayana. This is the Ramayana. So chapter 2. So the birth of Lord Ramachandra. Okay. So dear devotees, once again, I request to take the turns. Radha Sirka Mataji, would you like to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. The birth of Rama. Dashrath, his desire fulfilled, dwelt happily in Ayodhya, awaiting the birth of his sons. The Brahmins and the sorry, just a moment. Dashrath, that his desire fulfilled, dwelt happily in Ayodhya, awaiting the birth of his sons. The Brahmins and kings who had assembled for the sacrifice left for their various abodes, sent on their way with kind words and gifts by the emperor. 4 seasons passed. Then, at a time when favorable stars were visible in the heavens, Kaushalya gave birth to a son named Rama. Though Rama was the Lord of creation, Kaushalya saw him simply as her own dear child. She held him tight to her bosom, overwhelmed with motherly affection and unable to recognize his divinity. Coming out of the delivery room, Kaushalya shone brightly with that baby boy who had eyes like lotus petals. Next, a son named Bharata was born from Kaikeyi, and from Sumitra, who had received 2 portions of ambrosial, were born twin sons, Lakshman and Shatrughan. All 3 boys resembled celestial, and they seemed to blaze with their splendor.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here in the first 3 paragraphs, so Lord Ramchandra, he is born, and also Lakshmana. So the proportionates are the ambrosial nectar that Dasharatha received. He has split into 8 portions. He gave 4 portions to Kaushalya and 1 portion to Kaikeyi, and then 3 portions. 3 portions are once again 2 portions to Sumitra, 1 portion to Sumitra. So that way we see how these 4 children are born. So totally 4 portions are given to 3 wives. Sumitra received 2 portions in like a 2 portions, 2 by 8 and 1 by 8. And Kaikeyi received 1 by 8 and Kaushalya received 4 by 8. So now the children are born very beautifully. They are resembling celestials, and they seemed blaze with their splendor. Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request next Gaurangi Mataji? Would you like to go?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In the heavens, Gandharvas, heavenly musical, began to sing melodiously, while babies of Apsara dance. Uh, cotton Cattle drums resounded in the sky, and a shower of flowers fell upon the earth. In Ayodhya, the streets quickly become crowded with rejoicing citizens, ministerial birds, and chanters of sacred hymns gathered in every quarter, glorify the birth of Rama and his brothers. The city, decorated all over with colorful flags and garlands, looked beautiful. King Dasaratha, overwhelmed with happiness, gave a large heap of signing jewels to the Brahmins and arranged for a feast to the distribute to his entire kingdom. Basista joyful performance, the name giving ceremony, and all the other rites of passage for the brothers. Of all the brothers, Rama was especially glorious. His attractive body had the uh, hue of a celestial emerald, dressed in the finished silk and adorned with golden ornaments. He captured the mind of all who saw him. Rama was devoted to his father's service. He took delight in the scenes of archery and quality mastered the arts of horseback and elephant riding as well the versus method of driving a um, chariot. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Is
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Prabhuji, sorry.
Very beautifully read, Mataji. So here we see this one. This is exactly what has happened in the Ayodhya. So they have repeated the same thing. And when the Lord Ramchandra Pran Pratishtha was going on, all the flowers fell on top of through helicopters, whatever it is. But so many people are crowded, rejoicing citizens, and there are so many musical things are going on and glorifying birth of Lord Ramchandra. We see that one. We are witnessing it, everything, and decorated all over with colorful flags and garlands. We are witnessing it, and Dasharatha overwhelmed with happiness and gave large heap of shining jewels to Brahmins. So many of things are going on, and Vasistha joyfully performed the name-giving ceremony and all other rites of the passage. So here, Vasistha Muni, he is so fortunate, gave the word, the name, the Rama to Lord Ramachandra. So in the Ramayana, he mentions that these words, the Rama giving to the Lord, it is most fortunate. He is already having that name, but Vasistha is being used as an instrument. He gave the name Rama, Rama is the Ramante Yogino Anante Satyanande Chidakmani. So iti Rama Padena Asau Param Brahma Abhideyate. So he knows already about Lord Ramchandra. Param Brahma, he is Param Brahma. That's why he gave the name Lord Rama. And his one, we see his beauty. Lord Ramachandra was so beautiful. See here how he's okay. Yeah. So likewise, he's especially glorious. His attractive body and the hue of celestial emerald, dressed in the finest silk, and devoted to his father's service. Okay, and here he's in delight. He's taking delight in the science of archery. We see the Lord Ramchandra is having bow and arrow. We are all witnessing that one. Okay, so next, can I request the devotee to take that? Meena Mataji.
Lakshmana was deeply attached in his elderly brothers Rama from his infancy. He was like a second self of Rama, and he pleased him in every way. Unless Lakshmana was present, Rama would neither sleep nor eat. Whenever Rama went out to the forest to hunt, Lakshmana would follow at his heels, guarding him on all sides. Sataguna was just a dear to Bharata, and these two brothers were also inseparable. Dasharatha felt pleased with his 4 sons as Brahma feels with the 4 gods presiding over the 4 qualities of the universe. Those princes were tigers among men, yet they were modest, wise, far-sighted, and glorious in every way. They were attached to their studies and soon become well versed in all aspects of kingship. As the princess studies nearly completion, the king began to think about their marriage. One day, while lost in such thought, the powerful mystic Vishwamitra arrived at his palace. The sage instructed the gatekeepers, "Tell the king that Vishwamitra, the son of Gandhi, is at his door." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here we see Lord Ramchandra is always accompanied by Lakshmana, and similarly Bharata was accompanied by Shatrughna. They are like a 2 pairs. So Lakshmana and Shatrughna, they are the twins born to Sumitra, but they are now with each brother. One is with Lord Ramachandra. So Lakshmana is we understand it is from Balrama's expansion, Lakshmana, or Ananta Shesha's expansion, who is always accompanying the Lord. And now Dasharatha is very happy by looking at his children. They are always attached to their studies, soon became well versed in all aspects of kingship. They are the perfect princes. Okay, so they are now about the age of nearly about their marriages. Okay, so likewise now Dasharatha is thinking about it, and Vishwamitra has come. Vishwamitra is so powerful sage. He replicated the heaven similar to the Indra's heaven in the between earth and the real heaven. He created it is called Trishanka Swarga. Such a powerful sage, Vishwamitra. So we'll see that later on. Okay, so can I request another devotee to take that? Sanchita Mataji, sorry, we are going with the alphabetical order.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yeah. Is it upon seeing?
Yes.
Or
yes.
yeah. Upon seeing the lustrous Rishi, the gatekeepers were struck with awe. They ran to Dasharatha's quarters to inform him. Dasharatha quickly went with his ministers to greet the sage, even as Indra might greet Brahma. As soon as he saw Vishwamitra standing at his door, the king respectfully brought him in, sat him down, and personally washed his feet. Standing with folded palms before the sage, Dasharatha was thrilled with joy as he spoke. I consider your arrival here to be as welcome as obtaining the celestial nectar in one's own hand, as rainfall arrived in a desert, as the birth of a child to a childless couple, or as the recovery of a lost treasure. What can I do for you today? Dasharatha was aware of Vishwamitra's glory. The sage was famous all over the world for his performance of difficult austerities and virtuous behavior. He was also well known for his almost limitless power. Once, by his own aesthetic power, he had created an entire constellation of planets which still shone in the southern sky. The king felt honored to see him and wondered what had brought him to Ayodhya. Sitting at Vishwamitra's feet, Dasharatha continued to address him. You, Prabhu, shall I continue?
Yes, Mataji,
Right.
please.
Yeah. You are worthy of my service in every way, and it is by great good fortune that you have called at my door. My night has ended in a splendid sunrise, as I see here before me the best of the Brahmin sages. Simply by seeing you, I have received a blessing equal to the results of visiting every place of pilgrimage. I wish now to perform some pleasing work for you, O noble sage, and you may consider it already completed. As a guest, you are as good as God to me, and I shall not hesitate to do anything you desire. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Vishwamitra, we see how glorious he is, and now Dasharatha is so pleased to receive Vishwamitra, and what he did. So he, whenever he is doing, he washed his feet and very nicely. So that is what we remember from the Bhagavatam also. It is the Vaishnava etiquette whenever the sages or saintly people come home. And here, Dasharatha has given his word that I will, you may consider it is already completed. I wish now to perform some pleasing work for you. So, and then he has given his word, and he is always truthful to his words. That one also we will see later on. You are good as God to me. Okay, I shall do anything. Now, what Vishwamitra is going to ask next? Next, Usha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Addressed in such a delightful way, Vishwamitra felt joy as they replied to Dasarath. Your speech has pleased me in every way, O tiger among kings. You are descended from a proud ancestry and have been instructed by the god-like sage Vasishtha. Make a firm resolve to satisfy my desire and true to your promise, O virtuous one. Vishwamitra had walked for 3 days without eating or sleeping, his mind fixed on his purpose. His body was lean and powerful, golden colored and covered by a black deerskin. He held in his hands a staff and uh, water pot, his only possessions. He had come to ask something from Dasrath, which he knew would be hard for the king to grant. The sage gazed steadfastly into Dasratha's eyes as he spoke. I stand here this very um, very day concentrated for a sacrifice. However, two powerful Rakshasas, demons, named Marichis and Subahu constantly impelled its performance. These demons are avowed enemies of both gods and humans. They are capable of ranging the skies and assuming any form they like. Every time my sacrifice is close to completion, these Rakshasas appear overhead and drop down volume of flesh and blood, ruining it entirely. Uh, Thwarted in my attempts, I have left that sacrifice feeling depleted, having accomplished nothing other than acceptance. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here we see how powerful Vishwamitra is, and also he's thinking whether Dasharatha would grant his desire or fulfill his desire or not. So even Dasharatha is trying to say, I will fulfill anything you desire. Now Vishwamitra knows. So in the past, these are the powerful sages: Durvasa Muni, Vishwamitra, and Vasistha. There are Bharadwaja. Just by remembering those names, we will be purified. Such a powerful sages. Vishwamitra, his pastime is very small window within the Ramayana. He comes just before Lord Ramachandra's marriage and taking him for the sacrifice, and then until his marriage is done, and then coming back to that's all. So, but it is a very powerful messages here. So now he is telling about his problem, Maricha and Subahu. These are the children of Tataka demon. So we will see that one later on. What these demons do, they wanted to disturb the, like so many atheistic people are destroying the Brahmanic and or Vaishnava's culture or Sanatana Dharma in so many other ways, all demonic natures. That kind of people are also there. They're coming and occupying the temples and doing all these things, constructing something like the tombs, graveyards, turning the temple into graveyard. That is very, very horrible activity. Demonic people do that. Okay, so let us see what is further happening. Okay, can I request again? Next, Radha Sevaka Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, where are we reading from?
Dasharatha listened.
Dasharatha listened intently as the sage spoke. He knew that Vishwamitra would not have come to him, the emperor of the earth, unless there was some difficult task at hand. The Rakshasas were dangerous beings who hated sages. The king knew that they had been increasingly disruptive, and this was now confirmed by Vishwamitra. Although capable of destroying those Rakshasas with a curse, O king, I will not do so, as a condition of my sacrifice is that I do not give way to anger. My mind must remain steady and controlled. Nor is it the sacred duty of Brahmins to attack an enemy. This is always the duty of kings and warriors. Please therefore give me your eldest and most heroic son, Rama. Although a youth, Rama is possessed of true prowess and is more than a match for any Rakshasa. The king's mouth fell open. He gazed in horror at Vishwamitra. Was he serious? Send Rama? The prince was just a boy. He has never seen action on the battlefield. Of course, there was no doubting his bravery and prowess. But how could he face the Rakshasas? Those vicious beings knew every kind of sorcery. They could contend with even the gods. What chance would a youth like Rama stand against them? Seeing the king's reaction, Vishwamitra tried to reassure him. You need entertain no fear on Rama's account. Accompanied by me, he will proceed safely to the sacrificial arena. Immediately upon encountering those Rakshasas who are overly proud of their strength, I am sure he will quickly dispatch them. Therefore, release Rama and let him remain with me for a period of but 10 days. Do not allow your parental affection to prevail. I shall confer upon Ram boons by which he will attain fame in all the worlds. I will then return him unharmed. O king, you should not have any doubt.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here, now Vishwamitra is after he is how powerful he is able to create the celestial regions, replicating the heavens. How power? So he can do kill all these demonic people with just a simple curse, but he doesn't do it. It is not his duty. There is a king. They will do it. Now we also have so many saintly people, Brahmanas. They can do it, but they are self-controlled. They don't do it. There is a government to do all these kind of things. But what government do? So this is we everyone see. It is always stuck up. There are so many stumbling blocks within the governmental affairs. But still, it is under the will of the Lord. Now, but whoever is participating to fulfill those duties of the government, that is, they follow the Sanatana Dharma. It is a dharmic activity. So here, Brahmanas and sages, they don't interfere in those activities. Next, what is he? Dasharatha, after hearing from Vishwamitra, he is a bit astonished to see how can I send. King's mouth fell open, gazed in horror at Vishwamitra. See, that is the parental affection. That's why when Vishwamitra was speaking to Dasharatha, he was glazing at Dasharatha's eyes, especially what he is going to say. And then now Dasharatha is, see, that is how attached Dasharatha to Lord Ramachandra. So here, as a son, because Rama is the supreme personality of Godhead, so his attachment has got some it is absolute. That affection is Vashalya Rasa. Okay, but later on, by looking at those things, and Vishwamitra assured him that you do not have to worry about it. So Vishwamitra, whenever saintly person is giving assurance, we have to take it. They do not step back. That is the blessing. Okay, so and then he is also glorifying how powerful Lord Ramchandra is. Okay. So can I request next Gaurangi Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. Vishwamitra fell silent. He was aware of Rama's true identity. By his meditation, the sage could see in his heart the Supreme Lord, and he know Rama to be that same person. Vishwamitra understood that the annihilation of the demons was a part of Rama's plan to earth. The sage was acting only as an instrument of the Lord's desire. And Dasaratha stood uh, mortified, uh, oblivious to the divinity of his young son, overpowered by grief at the uh, pro- prospect of losing his young son Rama. Trembling all over, the king felt pined at heart and fell unconscious to the ground. Remaining senseless for some time. And Dasaratha finally came round and said to the sage, "My lotus eyes son is less than 16 years old. How then can he fight with the Rakshasa? I myself, marching at the head of hundreds of thousands of highly trained soldiers, shall personality come to wage war on the demons, do not take Rama. Dasaratha sought desperately to change Vishwamitra's mind for as long as he breathed. He said he would stand with bow in hand and beat back an Rakshasa who came to attack Vishwamitra's certified. The sack need have no do it. Dasaratha, while um, precisely the Rakshasa are given to traitors fighting. The inexperienced Rama is still not fully trained. He is yet unable to estimate in strength or weakness of the enemy, nor is he familiar with his use of the celestial weapon necessary for dispatching such powerful enemies as Rakshasa. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, as soon as Vishwamitra is silent now, and he knows that Lord Ramachandra, so Vishwamitra, with his mystic powers, he can see when he created, when he is able to go to the heavenly planets, and then when he is able to create this again as a secondary heavenly creations, he could also see and understand who the Rama is. And now, so by parental affection, Dasharatha, he fell unconscious. This is what is needed. Like Yashoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj, they were looking after Krishna. Likewise, Dasharatha is so attached to his son, and he fell unconscious to the ground. One who cries for the Lord, he has got that ability to go back to Godhead very easily. So now he's even the Dasara is trying to change the Vishwamitra's mind now. But here he's saying, my Rama is still not trained. He's a delicate boy. So likewise, Vishwamitra is in another way, he's glorifying Lord Ramchandra and showing his affection to Lord Ramchandra. It is a parental affection. Okay, that is the mood of Dasharatha now. So now can I request next Meena Mataji?
Krishna. Dasratha nicked before the sage. He looked up at him with tears in his eyes, seeing Viswamitra resolute expressions. He took hold of his feet and implored him to relent. He tried to think of life without Ram. It was unimaginable. After such a long time and so much prayer, he had finally obtained a son worthy to succeed him, and such a son, I seems that with each passing with each passing day, Rama ended himself more to his elders with his virtuous behavior. Now he was just attaining maturity and could soon be installed as Prince Regent. How could he lose Rama now? He continues his plea separately from Rama. I doubt I shall survive for even an hour. Please do not take him, or if you really must, then please also allow me to go with him. Taking my army, I shall station myself on the battlefield and warn off the demons. Tell me all that you know about those Rakshasa, O sage. I shall make every preparation. Vishwamitra replied, there is a Rakshasa named Ravana to whom Brahma had granted a boon of invulnerability, possessed possessed of extraordinary strength and followed by numerous other Rakshasa. He has oppressed, op- oppressed both heaven and earth to the utmost degree. When these mighty demons cannot himself be bothered to assault the sacrifice of sage, he sent out his own he sent out his two lieutenants Maricha and Subahu. Hearing Ravana named, the king became alarmed. He stood up suddenly. Even the gods and Gandharva, united with the entire heavenly host cannot defeat that demon. How then shall I, mere mortal, stand before him? What, what then of Rama? Rama had made Ravana unslayable. I with all my troops will prove incapable of overcoming Ravana, who deprived even the most powerful fighter of their mm, prowess on the battlefield.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Dasharatha, he is now still in the parental affection and thinking of Rama. He is a gentle and with his behavior, he attracted everyone, Lord Ramachandra, when he was a boy. And now, Dasharatha is feeling so much of affection to Lord. What happens for my Rama if he... And then Vishwamitra, he says that Ravanasura sent two demons, Marich and Subahu, and who is so powerful, he is able to defeat the demigods. Then hearing Ravana's name, the Dasharatha, he is alarmed. He could not tolerate anything at all. Because he knows in his ancestors, Anaranya, he was killed by Ravanasura. Now Ravana has sent these two demons, Marich and Subahu, to disturb the sacrifices. Now I have to send my Lord Ramchandra, who is less than 16 years old. How can I send? And now he is alarmed. So that is the mood of between Dasharatha, Vishwamitra, and they are conversing now. See different angles. And Ravanasura has got Brahma's boom. No one can kill Ravanasura like that. Okay. So can I request next? So dear devotees, kindly go in the circles the same way as we have done before. Sanjita Mataji, can I request you to?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. The king had heard numerous accounts of Ravana's exploits. Many years ago, the demon had slain Anaranya, his ancestor. The demon had defeated the gods and had even once fought and overcome the mighty Yamaraja. To confront him in battle was more or less suicide. The king clasps his hands together. How can I permit my gentle son to go out? Under no circumstances can I allow Rama to risk his life against Ravana. Rather, I shall go out myself with my army to protect your sacrifice. Even if it means my death, Rama shall remain here. Hearing Dasharatha's faltering speech, Vishwamitra blazed with anger. Did Dasharatha have no faith in him? How dare he refuse his request? Kings and warriors must always respect and obey Brahmins, for this was a sacred law. And Dasharatha had already promised to satisfy him. The sage's eyes opened wide with fury as he spoke. After giving your solemn pledge to fulfill my desire, you now decline. This refusal shames your royal lineage and will bring ruins to your race. If you care not about this infamy, then I shall return the way I came. With your promise falsified, you may remain peacefully among your relatives. King Vishwamitra seized with fury. The gods themselves became fearful, and the earth shook. The wise Vashishta, perceiving the imminent danger from Vishwamitra's curse, spoke to the king. Born in the line of the sun god, you are like virtue personified. It does not befit you to abandon righteousness. You always remain firm in your vows famed famed as being fixed in truth. Summon strength from within yourself now. If you fail to redeem your promise, you will lose all the merit that has accrued to you from the performance of pious acts. Send Rama with Vishwamitra. Whether or not Rama has mastered archery is of no consequences, as he will be protected by the sage. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So now, king is Dasharath is remembering. So Vasishtha is also now present there. So he is not hesitating to not to fulfill his promise, but for the sake of Ramachandra. And now, in order to pacify him, there is a Vasishtha. He is giving assurance. Here, Vishwamitra is so blazed up with anger. And what happened when Vishwamitra was so angry, he was able to create this Trishanka Swarga. And whenever he was angry, he killed even Vasishtha's children. See, Vasishtha has got 100 children. So that is the power of Vishwamitra. Now Vasishtha is there and he is witnessing. Vasishtha tolerates so many things from the Vishwamitra. Now Vishwamitra is getting angry. So now what Vasishtha is doing? So pacifying Dasharatha. Vishwamitra is now he is the Brahmarshi. Vishwamitra is the Brahmarshi. So Dasharatha, do not worry about it. So just send Lord Ramchandra to along with Vishwamitra. And it is not befitting that you have already gave your word and promised to Vishwamitra that you would fulfill. That is very important. That's why we have to be very quiet, normal, gentle, and then Maunam is the very, very important quality of a devotee. We do not speak unnecessarily unless it is a doable or practical. Otherwise, it is a loose talk. We do not speak like that. So here, Dasharatha has given his word. Whenever the sound vibrations came from the mouth, that means it stays within the universe, within this boundaries. The sound vibrations are there. The promise, we need to fulfill that one. Otherwise, all the pious activities, it is saying you will lose all your merit and has accrued to you from the performance of the pious acts. That will kill even the small lie or which is not fulfilled promise. It would burn all the pious acts. Send Rama with Vishwamitra. Whether or not Rama has mastered archery is of no consequence. He will be protected by the sage. So Vasishtha is now giving assurance to Dasharath. Okay, thank you, Mataji. So can I request next, Usha Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Vasishtha, who also knew Rama's divine plan, looked at the agonized king. He told him how Vishwamitra had inconceivable power and great learning. Formerly, while ruling over a kingdom, he had received from Shiva the knowledge of every celestial weapon. He would undoubtedly give his knowledge to Ram, also quite able to punish the Rakshasas himself. Vishwamitra had asked for Ram only to do good to the prince. Dasharatha still appeared doubtful. His hands shook as he folded them, imploring Vishwamitra to relent. Tears streamed from his eyes. Vasishtha then took the king aside and spoke in confidence. He told him of Ram's identity. He also said that the arrival of Vishwamitra had been arranged by Providence for the good of the world. The king should therefore have no fear in sending Ram with the sage. Dasratha was astonished to him. Ram was his beloved child in need of protection. How could he possibly be the Supreme Lord? Dasratha looked at Vasishtha, who stood silently gazing into the king's eyes. The sage could not possibly tell a lie. Accepting the word of his preceptors and feeling somewhat reserved, Dasratha agreed to send his son with Vishwamitra, who permitted the king to send Lakshmana as well. For Dasratha knew that Lakshmana would never let Ram go out alone for a fight. Dasratha personally called for his two sons and embraced them both. As his tearful wives watched, the king committed the boys to Vishwamitra's care. Render service to this sage as you would to myself. My dear sons, I shall pray for your safe return. Go now with my blessings. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here, after hearing from Vasishtha, now Dasharatha is now astonished. So knowing that Rama is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his purpose. And Vasishtha is also saying that it is by providence for the good of the world. And Vasishtha also mentioning that Vishwamitra has received. In order to defeat Vasishtha, Vishwamitra has prayed to Lord Shankara and asked all the weapons. He got all the weapons and went to fight with Vasishtha. When he went to fight with Vasishtha, what Vasishtha did, he took his staff, the danda, and then whatever the weapons that Vishwamitra was using, and he absorbed everything into that staff with his Brahmanical power. So Vasishtha is a Brahmarshi. And then Vishwamitra, looking at Vasishtha's power, he thought, oh, all my penances and asking for these weapons, it is of no use. I will go and meditate. I will also attain this Brahmarshi level powers. And then he went and then he did meditation for 100,000 years. That is Vishwamitra. And then later on, Lord Brahma, finally Lord Brahma has come, and then later on they say they have given Vishwamitra. Actually, he was a king. He was a king, and so he was trying to steal the Vasishtha's cow, and then later on, how Vasishtha got powerful, he has witnessed the Vasishtha's power, and then he said, being a king is no more useful. I wanted to become like a Brahmarshi, like, and then he committed, and then he did. So still he has got those weapons with Vishwamitra and all those things and power. So Vasishtha knows, and he witnessed all the power of Vishwamitra. So that's why he knows also identity of Lord Ramachandra. So he is giving those assurances to Dasharatha. Do not worry about it. And Lord Ramachandra will be perfect student with all the skills for the ready to be a king. So now Lord Ramachandra has got, one is Vasishtha as the teacher, and another side Vishwamitra as his teacher, who is so powerful. And with just by saying their words, this school will become so perfect. Okay, now we see, and finally Dasharatha agreed, and then he saying and sending Lakshmana and Ramachandra both, and then he hugged both of them, and then with tears, but still he is sending along with the Vishwamitra. Okay, and he's sending with the go now with my blessings. Okay, that is, can I request last paragraph? Okay, only one paragraph left. Okay, Radha Sevaka Mataji, would you like to finish this one?
Yeah. Dashrath was astonished. To
Right.
him,
Next paragraph.
sorry, this as they parted, yeah?
Yes.
As they parted at the city gates, Vashishta uttered benedictory hymns and prayers. Flowers rained from the skies. Loud bursts of conches and the beating of kettle drums resounded everywhere. Led by the smiling Vishwamitra, Rama and Lakshmana went out from the kingdom, watched by their parents and the citizens until they disappeared into the distance.
Hare Krishna, very beautiful. This is the birth of Lord Ramchandra. Very beautiful chapter, and we see different kinds of moods. Lord Ramchandra, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna, they take birth and grown up like very gentle and with good behavior. And then later on, Vishwamitra came, and the conversations between Vasistha, Dasharatha, Vishwamitra, and Dasharatha's mood as a parental affection to Lord Ramchandra. Okay, so that is it. And the dear devotees, if you have got any additions or any comments, kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Like, finally, we made it to the birth of Ram and his pastimes, like before he was a king and as a young prince. Yeah. So, yeah, it was there are very few. One, like Amoglila Prabhu, he was doing, like, trying to do the childhood pastimes of Ram. And he said, like, there are very few childhood pastimes of Lord Ram, like, unlike Krishna, because I mean, Krishna is Leela Puruttam, so everything was divine and, like, not godly, I mean, not manly about him. So, and he started showing it, like, even when he was born, and how the gates open, and, well, Vasudev took him there. And so it started from the day he was born, and even before that. But for Lord Ram, he is Maryada Purushottam, like, to show the guidelines, to show the boundaries, how we should behave. And he said, like, Acharya said that, children cannot show you the maryada, like, the boundaries and what are the guidelines a man should follow like, he didn't show any divine power. He just used a human body to show to his pastimes. So that was only possible to show as an adult. So we don't have a lot of childhood pastimes of Lord Ram. So I was wondering why we don't have. So yeah, that was a good explanation. So I just wanted to share that. And one of the childhood pastimes he shared is, like, when they were born, all the four princes, they were crying a lot, and even the Veds, they couldn't, I mean, medicine and all, they tried, nothing cured. And then Vashishta Muni said, like, put them together. So he put Lord Lakshman. I mean, they had different cradles, like wooden cradles for each of them, but he put Lakshman with Lord Ram, and then Bharat with Shatrughn's cradle, and then immediately the crying stopped. So that's how, like, even though they were twins, like normally we see twins, they are, like, together, but how, like, because this is all transcendental, and as Balaram, as Nityananda Prabhu, as Sankarsana, as, like, Ananta Shes, he is always there serving the Lord. So he's been, like, even as childhood, he had, this is one of the pastimes. So just wanted to share that as well. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for like, doing this, and very nice that this week, like, this is so auspicious things going on, and we are there to witness. And when on 22nd, when this was going on, I could see as if Prabhupada, he was invited. He must be so happy sitting among the audience and watching this consecration ceremony going on. So felt very blissful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So anything hearing about Lord Ramchandra is very pleasing. So there is a proverb as well, something like to hear about Ramayana. This Ramayana is the moments of Lord Ramchandra. Okay, any other comments? Meena Mataji, Usha Mataji, Tata Cheta Mataji.
I was just
Prabhu,
going to
thank
say,
you so much. Yeah.
sorry,
President.
So nice to, I'm just saying, so nice to hear the Lord Ram's pastimes, and really nice at the same time as Ayodhya. Yes, you can see the Lord Ram. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Tata Cheta Mataji.
I was just going to say this beautiful deity, like I think the sculpture was saying that that when he made this deity, it is completely different now after the Pran Pratishtha. And even in the environment, like it feels like Lord is here. Obviously, he's always here, but it feels there's like a deeper, like it seems like everybody's like on an equal platform, and all these, people that pretend to be holy and I don't know, doing all the nonsense on the back of that. It feels like they're all a bit calmer because the real Lord is here this time. It feels like that. I don't know. It just feels that this whole image of Lord. Even the sculpture was saying that it's not the sculpture that
Yes.
yeah.
He is not a sculpture anymore. He is the Lord, is present. Everyone is witnessing it. Even
Yeah.
who are not of the Hindu, even they are witnessing it. So
Yeah.
beautifully. See?
And I think there's a deeper purity. I don't know. Maybe like you feel it. It's in the air. And all, yeah. It's like nothing compares to the Lord. Like there is no words for it really.
Yes, Mataji. Earlier, I was sharing that. I mean, I saw a video, but it's not from ISKCON, so I didn't share in the group, and it's in Hindi, so many devotees might not understand. So this is one great saint. He is from Premanand Sharan Maharaj. He's from Vrindavan. He has been worshipping Lord, I mean Radharani for like times immemorial now. So he's very, he's got those qualities, very purified. So he was saying like he was invited as well. He couldn't go because of his kidney issues and all. So he was saying, when there's mantra, Vedic mantras are so powerful, and what it had done in the past. So we have heard all these past times. It's because the mantra and the bhava. So the bhava of all the devotees and all the Shraddhalus who wanted Lord Ram. It's his house. That's where he was born. And, so many people lost their life to get since so many Mughal times, 500 years. It has been like so much going on. So but there's bhava of all the people, be it like Hindu, Muslim, or whoever, like especially Hindu Sanatanis, they wanted Lord Ram. So the bhava and the mantra it has made, like this Maharaj, he was saying that in our heart we have a Lord, but he's not sakar. We don't see him all the time. He's just like he's a silent spectator. But that's why we go to the temple, because the worship with the mantras and the following the guidelines, it's so high standard that Lord is bound to come. Like even without mantra, without bhava, with just bhava, he came for Prahlad Maharaj. So like just out of pillar. So because of the bhava and especially the mantra, we feel that presence that he has come alive. I mean, after all these years, he cannot waste any more moments. So every single day you see his image. That's why the sculpture also felt like, he did it in a very sacred way. He was detached. He didn't meet his family for 7 months. He was working in a shed and everything. I mean, and he's 6 generations of they're doing this sculpting. So he's so fortunate to be able to carve Lord Rama out of that Krishna Shila. So, but because of the consecration ceremony, Lord has come to life. So that's why he also feels that he's not. It's not the sculpture that he had made. It's not the idol. It's become a deity now. So yeah. That's what I wanted to share. I mean, I shared this before, but I think you were not there, so I just thought you are feeling that that's the thing. It's not that one or two, you can be like, I'm having illusion or like Brahm, but everybody is feeling that, so it cannot be like, and everybody in tears. So the bhava is coming out so spontaneously. We can't stop. Like yesterday, Pala wanted to sing, and then he started crying so profusely. I mean, just sing the first line, and then I said, you have to control over emotions. If you, then I can request Prabhu, then in saying. So I mean, whether like we are Krishna conscious or not, Lord is there, and then he will, like we have some soft hearted, he will be there. I mean, manifesting in the heart as well. So yeah. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, it's that feeling of Lord, isn't it? It's like it's completely different to anything, I think. And like you say, it's unexplainable. I don't know how to explain it. but it's something different is definitely happened over the last, I don't know, month or so. Not, that the build up, and then now what we're witnessing, it feels like something good is happening after a long time.
And we feel that very true, Mataji. And we feel the transcendental collections, like everybody feeling short of word. We cannot explain. All the interviews they're taking, they said we cannot explain in words the feeling we had. Even the Bollywood film stars, actors, they are saying like, today we are not the rock star. Lord Ram is the star. Like, they're hearing from them also. So whether you're pure, whether we're Krishna conscious or God conscious or not, he has that power. So much is Lord Ram's power. So we just are speechless. So few words, but we can't describe our feeling. That's the feeling in everybody's heart. So that's Ram.
Yeah.
Hope is the start of Ram Rajya. That's all we pray for. So yeah, Hare Krishna. I think I'll have to leave now because of
Me as well.
the.
I'm literally
Yeah,
just
I'm just
idling, like
nearly
my
ready.
last.
I've been doing it like parallelly, but yeah, we have to leave for the temple now. So it has been so blissful. And just quickly also wanted to share, this crown, Lord Ram's crown, as I see the picture and so many pastimes, 11 crores, it's value. But those people who have gifted it, if you see them, they look so humble and simple, but so much and one of I heard many stories, everybody who has been donating all over the world, because it's not made from the government fund, and L&T who made the temple, they didn't take any money. They said, we're doing for the Lord, we're not taking. So there was Ram Mandir Trust which has been created, and they're collecting money, which is public Jan Dhan, public money. So people have been donating. It said the whole temple and everything has been done only by the bank interest. Like so much has been donated, benevolently donated. Like the real amount has not been touched. What is donated? It's the interest out of it. Everything has been done so quickly. So see, every past time you hear from here and there, it's like so touching. Look at the mukut, it's like. I was saying some 15 kgs of gold and 18,000 diamonds and so much emeralds and ruby. Just Lord, look, so beautiful.
Yeah, it feels like something right has happened, isn't it? Like you say, all the wrong has been there for a long time, and how it feels like the real thing has come, like the real deal. I don't know.
Absolutely, yeah. No doubt. And this Arun Yogi Raj, who's the sculptor, he was saying that I was able to make the whole body, but the face I was not sure how to make. And then Lord, he was so much of meditating on that, and because a child, we see Lord as as a Raja, like king. That's what we're used to. So. He said it was very difficult to have a 5 years old Yuvraj. We haven't got so many pictures from the books also. So he said, then Diwali came, and he was in Ayodhya still sculpting, and then he saw the children dressed up as Ram, the 5 years old, the 7 years old, they were all around Ayodhya. And that's how Lord showed him how the sculpture should be. So even that was when you hear all this, what do you say? Lord showed him how to sculpt the carve out. His face. So he thought that's where I got the idea. I said before that I'd seen thousands of pictures of boys, young boys, but I was not sure. And then when he saw the little boys dressed up as Ram on Diwali, then he quickly, that's Lord's instruction, and you just do it, and it happens. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the
Oh, the
inspiration.
feeling so Ramay, filled with Rama. Yeah.
Yeah. It's completely different, isn't it? It's something that, and for us to experience it in our lifetime, I mean, I think it's just so amazing. We're so fortunate. We're so fortunate, and we're so blessed. I mean, it's the same like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming only 500 years ago. Or it's maybe that's how all those people felt, that they had
very nice analogy, Mataji. I mean, yeah, it couldn't have been better. Absolutely, yeah. Maybe we in Kali Yuga, we're going more into Kali Yuga, but we have some mercy that Lord is giving us this opportunity to feel like that. That's so true. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't it's the closest I think that we can I don't know. It's like, I know for me, it's the closest, because we feel like when we hear Ramayana all the time, the happiness is always there. But this is something, like we're witnessing like something divine happening, and it's huge. I mean, I remember going there 10 years ago, before Modi was even a prime minister, and it was like an open space, and all these saints, they were praying and praying, and they were telling us, like, we've been, like, they haven't eaten for years and years, and they were sitting on the altar, and where Dashrath Maharaj's palace used to be, and Geika is the one that she gave to Sitaji, and they were just praying, and there was all this security everywhere. There was, and the Lord Ram's place, like where his actual appearance happened, there was just like a bed outside in the outdoors, and this cloth over the netting, and that was it. Like, and it was like, and then they were telling us all these things, and how this is, honestly, this is something unimaginable. Like, we are so fortunate. I mean, like, Lord is, he's heard the prayers of, so many generations and lifetimes of people that are completely surrendered to him, and it's just like when Lord Ram is born, like there's so much chaos, and that's what it is like now, and he's just come, and it feels like he's always there, but it just, there's this whole spiritual energy. That's what it feels like.
That's true, Mataji. And talking this sacrifices, I was reading like one of, not reading, I heard in YouTube, like even one of the ISKCON Prabhu, he was giving this lecture. It's mostly in Hindi, Mataji. That's why, like, I don't know, everybody understands that. Sometimes I don't share. So he was saying, like, one Mataji lady, she's from, I think, Bihar or Jharkhand. Since the 1992 thing happened, Babri Masjid demolished, she said, until she took Maun Vrata for all these 30 years, she didn't speak. I think before 2020, when the temple construction started, I think she used to speak for 1 hour. And she said, until a temple is built there, I will not speak. So since 2020 till all this time, I think 2022, January, she opened, like, that's how, like, people take so many, like, austerities on their own. And all these, Lord had to come, like, for so many devotees, like, and yeah, there couldn't have been anything different, and we are fortunate to
it feels like we're in the past time now, isn't it? Like, exactly what they say in the scripture, like, when you go to Mayapur and that, like, when everyone's dancing and stuff, we're part of that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, and it feels like this with the Ram Leela now. Like, everybody was like, what's happening in the world, all this kind of chaos, no dharma, and then this thing of Lord Ram, it just, like, it feels so fitting, and it yeah, like.
And then they made an instrument as like in our Prime Minister Narendra Modi to, like,
he is so empowered.
So good and so powerful after that, he has done fasting, and what he has done, like, all this. It's so good.
I mean, he is, like, honestly, he is, like, you can't even comprehend his.
He's the Rajarshi.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to, that very true, Prabhu. Yeah, I mean, he was born to do this. Look, he was married and he left his wife, and because he lived all his life as a brahmachari, and he had this higher purpose. So, the head pujari, if you had heard the speech which was given by the head pujari, he was saying, he was in tears, like, he was saying that, I had asked him to do pran, because normally it's done by brahmanas and all, right? Yeah, the pran pratishtha, and they are already purified. But as a prime minister, he wanted him to do it. But he said, if you do purification, like go and take bath in the rivers and all, if you do it for 3 days and not eating anything, nirjala. So he said, the priest said, if you do for 3 days, it should be good enough. But Mr. Modi, he said, Modiji, that, in the scriptures, it said it's minimum 11 days is good. So in those 11 days, he did Nirjala, he slept on the floor, and he went all to the south. I was wondering that time, I used to see the news and wonder, why is he going to all the South Indian temples now? Yeah, he Rameshwaram and all those temples, and bathe in the holy water. You'll see all these videos, bathe in the holy water and purify himself, because to be able to consecrate Lord is not just a joke. So he as much as he could, he purified himself. And some people are there to make fun. Just when he was walking in the temple, he had something. He was holding the umbrella Ch2 on a plate, and he was walking very slowly. So it felt like as if other people who are not like God conscious, they'll say, oh, he's like entering like a hero and all that, and slow motion and all. But because normally they don't, as like a high head of the state, they don't have to hold anything, right? So maybe because he was holding and he was so weak after 11 days, his body, physical body, so he was walking so slowly, and he was doing the Sashtanga so slowly. So that now you can connect that why he was walking so slowly, because maybe what he was lifting, like a Ch2, the silver made for as an offering, and the plate, silver plate with all the offering. So maybe that has been heavy, and the way he was walking. Yeah, so that was it. But people will make so much, like, without knowing them.
People are nonsense, but you know what? They're envious. They're envious.
They are absolutely envious.
Yeah.
That's all they can say, nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? Nobody
Shivering, like,
commands.
it's something you do. Is like you feel like inside is so much, like, and that's why I think he was just, it's just whole body, because he was doing something with the God, and it's just so powerful. Something happened inside.
To
Sometimes
me,
you
it
also
looked
feel
like
like
Hanuman. He was just there underneath Lord Ram's feet. That's what it felt like when he was just watching him. To me, that's what it felt like. I don't know. I think everyone has their own.
Yes, Mata. Yeah, everyone feels the same thing, same vibrations. Some can express. This is when Krishna was there. Whenever the scripture says the Lord touched everyone's hearts, now we are actually witnessing it, isn't it?
Yeah. Like,
See?
wow. Like, oh my God. Like, it's those people, like, they can never understand. Like, that's what Krishna does, isn't it? He puts dust in their eyes, and because that's what they're like. That their nature is like that. They can't help. Their covering is like that because they want to be God, and they can't accept that Lord Ram is the all powerful, and there's
Mata,
nothing.
would you like to do Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Jai Jai Ram? Would you like to lead for a few minutes, just 2 or 3 minutes?
And then I have to go as well. Okay.
We all follow.
Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram,
Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram,
Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai
Jai Jai Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai
Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram,
Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Mangala Bhavana Amangala Hari
Hari
Ram Siya
Siya
Ram,
Ram, Siya Ram,
Ram Jai Jai Ram, Ram Siya
Siya
Ram,
Ram, Siya Ram,
Jai
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 Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Ram Siya
Ram
Ram, Siya
Ram
Ram, Jai
Jai
Jai Ram.
Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram,
Jai
Jai
Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai
Ram
Jai
Jai Jai
Ram.
Ram
Ram Siya
Siya
Ram,
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram
Ram Siya Ram, Siya
Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram
Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
Ragupati Raghav Raja Ram Pati
Patita Pavan
Pavan
Sita
Sitaram
सीताराम सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम
Sitaram Sitaram Bhaja Pyare Tu Sitaram
दशरथ जी का वाहला राम कौशल्या का प्यारा राम दशरथ जी का वाला कौशल्या का प्यारा राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
Ragupati Raghav Raja Ram Pati Pavan Sitaram
मुख में तुलसी हृदय में राम प्यारे भज सो सीताराम
Mukami Tulasi
हृदय में राम प्यारे भज सो सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम कौशल्या का प्यारा राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
Ragupati Raghav
Raja Ram Patita
Sita
Pavan
Pavana
Sitaram
सीताराम सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम
Sita Ram Sita
Sitaram
सीताराम सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम
सीताराम सीताराम भज प्यारे तो सीताराम
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
बोलो भगवान श्री रामचंद्र की
Yeah.
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
Yeah.
जय
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully your voice and very devotion and blissfulness. We can witness it, and the Lord Ramchandra is in front of us. Thank you so much, Mataji.
all the mercy of the devotees.
Very
You're
nice,
just
Mataji.
experiencing yourself. You're just experiencing. I think Lord Ram is. I think we have good times to come now. I don't know. I feel positive. I don't know. I just feel like something good is happening.
Yes.
It's Lord Ram. It's Lord Ram.